Hi there and welcome back to another Papetti Math YouTube video tutorial, where today I am going to be teaching you, yes you, Algebra 1. And in this video, we're going to be looking at exercise number 4 in lesson 5 on exploring real life scenarios. And exercise number 4 says a ball is dropped off the top of a building. The distance in feet above the ground d of t after t seconds can be modeled by the equation d of t is equal to negative 16 t squared plus 196. First thing we want to do is we want to interpret the y-intercept of the equation in the context of the problem. So the y-intercept, okay, so since it's in standard form right here, our y-intercept is where t equals 0. So if we substitute 0 in for t, well, this will cancel out, and 196 is going to be the y-intercept. Now, what does that mean in the context of the problem? That means, well, a ball is dropped off the top of a building. If the y-intercept, or the initial amount, is 196, that means the building is 196 feet tall. After how many seconds will the ball hit the ground? So now we have negative 16 t squared plus 196. And what we want to do here is we want to figure out how we could find the time at which the ball is going to hit the ground. And if you want to graph this in your graphing calculators, that's highly suggested, and seeing where the y value equals 0, where this whole thing will equal 0. But knowing that, we might be able to do this another way. We want to know where this whole thing is going to be equal to 0 because that's the height of the ground. So if we're solving for one variable here, we could just subtract 196 from both sides, and we're going to get 0. Oops, I'll redo that. We're going to have 0 minus 196 is negative 196, and we're going to bring down our negative 16 t squared. So if we're going to divide these numbers now, we're going to divide negative 196 by negative 16. And we're going to be left with t squared is equal to 12.25. And finally, to get the value of t, we're going to have to undo the square by taking the square root. And the square root of 1,000, oh, not 1,000, but 12.25 is going to be 3.5. So t is going to be equal to 3.5, which is going to be how many seconds it will take for the ball to hit the ground. What is the height of the ball after 2 seconds? Well, using a similar approach, now we know that t is equal to 2. So what we're going to do is we're going to substitute 2 in for t. So we're going to look for d of 2, and that's going to be negative 16 times 2 squared plus 196. So we know that 2 squared is 4. 4 times negative 16 is going to be negative 64. And negative 64 plus 196 is going to give you a total of 132. So what is the height of the ball after 2 seconds? It's 132 feet. And finally, on part D over here, how long will it take for the ball to be 52 feet above the ground? So again, similar to this, we're not looking for where it's equal to 0 now. We're looking for where this equation is equal to 52. So we're going to start off and we're going to subtract 196, and we're going to go ahead and 52 minus 196 is negative 144. And let's divide both sides by negative 16 to isolate the t squared. And 144 divided by negative 16 is 9. And when we take the square root here, we're going to have that t is equal to 3. So how long will it take for the ball to be 52 feet above the ground? It's going to be 3 seconds. And again, we used algebra to solve that question. Although we could have put it in our calculator and looked for where the x value was 50, when the y value is 52, what was the x value? And you'll see that the x value is 3 there as well. So if this video was helpful in doing all this stuff that we've done, interpreting the y-intercept, finding where the ball hit the ground, finding a height of a ball after 2 seconds, and given a height, finding out how long it would take to reach that height. So if any of this was helpful, please give this video a thumbs up to let me know that I helped you out with exercise number 4. And you're now ready for our final exercise in this chapter, exercise number 5. Thank you for watching.